Well, Brandon Staley moves to his third year as head coach. I mean, everybody likes him. The guy I view him as a bright light. X and O's guy. I think he gets tremendous response from his players. But that being said, you have to learn how to win at crunch time in the most important part of the season. And I can't get the bad taste out of my mouth, and I bet they can't either, blowing a 27-0 lead to the Jacksonville Jaguars in the playoffs and losing that playoff game. That being said, young team, you have to learn how to win. Good headline, all offense. Outside of the era of Dan Fouts and Eric Coryell, and then Phillip Rivers, LaDainian Tomlinson, Antonio Gates, this might be the best offense the Chargers have had, or maybe even supersedes them with the ability to go deep in the playoffs. You got the quarterback, Justin Herbert. You got the running back, Austin Ekeler, for at least one more season, as productive as there is. You got 3 to 4 wide receivers. You got a bunch of studs that they've drafted and now gotten healthy and put in place in the offensive line. No holds barred. I think they're going to be great on offense. Defensively, they got issues. They were ravaged by injuries in the interior of the defensive front until Austin Johnson proves he's totally healthy to go with Sebastian Joseph Day and Morgan Fox. And that threesome was pretty good when healthy. Until they can prove they can stay on the field healthy and stop the run, it's going to be a challenge. They do have Joey Bosa. They have Khalil Mack. I think they're a little bit thin at linebacker. I would have never let Drew Tranquill go across the street to the enemy in Kansas City. I think outside of Derwin James are a little bit thin in the secondary. They still do have some cap space. Have to win this year because, John, they're going to be $60 million over the cap next season. So this roster that they start in camp with on Monday is not going to be the same roster a year from Monday next season because they're going to have to move guys off the roster, and they still have to take care of Justin Herbert and what many approach to be a $50 million a year contract extension because that's the going rate for star quarterbacks in America. Great. What do you think?
Good question. I mean, this team was that Jacksonville loss was so Chargers when that went down. But, I look at them and you're right. The wide receivers are unbelievable, but I've been hearing more squawking about this, the NFL not paying the running backs enough, and they always cite Austin Ekeler. And this is kind of becoming pervasive across the league, right?
Yeah, the league has changed. It is a passing league. It's a quarterback's league, but you still got to be able to run the football. And if you got a guy who is as diverse as Austin Ekeler is, you take care of him. Now, granted, the other conversation piece that nobody in the executive offices of the Chargers will talk about is 30 years of age. When you cross that threshold, sometimes your productivity goes away. Ezekiel Elliott's had a phenomenal career in Dallas. He's 28. He does not have a contract, and that's a heavy-duty wear and tear guy. But Eckler's had only one injury over the course of his career. He will be bumped up to $8.5 million if he has a banner season. Then he's a walk free agent. We'll see what happens on the marketplace. But all offense, I guess their theory is, hey, we'll beat Kansas City if it has to be 43-42. We think we now have the gunfire to go do it. No defense until they prove it. Okay.
Do they have a power running game? Do they have someone to complement Ekeler?
No, it's throw and it's run Ekeler and throw to Ekeler. And then they've got young backup backs they think are going to take the next step forward. But I think they've checked off every box on the offense. I think this is a really good offense, but it's going to have to be because I don't know that they're good enough on defense yet unless they surprise me. Okay, from that team, let's go cross